Hello YouTube, and today I'd like to talk about black women and their problem with black men dating white women. This is a huge issue, as you can see on YouTube. If you search for it right now, type in black men date white women. You'll see plenty of videos of why, the who's, what's, whys, whens, wheres, and hows, but mostly, you're going to see a lot of black women hating. And that's a fact. You're going to see a lot of them hating the shit out of some guys for wanting to date white women, or any women who aren't black for that matter. And I think I finally figured it out. I've got it. And here's their problem. Their problem isn't with black men wanting to date white women. Their problem isn't with black men wanting to date outside their race, which isn't a problem and shouldn't be a problem because we live in America. Their problem is that black men aren't choosing them. Now, I don't even feel like going into the reason as to why us black men aren't choosing black women. There's a multitude of reasons. I'm just going to say we can. We can choose other women. And that is black women's problem with black men choosing white women, is that we have a choice. We can choose women of other races, and in some cases, we can get them. We can date a white girl. We can date a Mexican girl or an Asian girl if we try hard enough. I think their problem with that, what infuriates them so much about that, is that I don't think they have that same right. It's, to some Mexican girls, a black guy might be at the top of their list. They may want to date black guys. Same goes for white girls. Some white girls, some small percentage, really like to date black guys. Some Asian girls, small percentage, like to date black guys. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. I think interracial relationships are beautiful, but black women don't seem to agree with me. Interracial relationships, when it comes to black men, seems to infuriate the African American woman, and I've figured out why. It's because they're not at the top of anyone's list. There's no Asian guy out there. There might be, but he's like literally one out there. There's no guys of other races out there who have black women at the top of their list. That's just not a list they're on. You've seen plenty of interracial couples where it's the black guy and a white woman of any race. But how often have you seen an interracial couple where it's a black woman and a white guy of any race? You don't see it much, and of course it happens, but it doesn't happen very often. I'd say it's about 10 times less likely than that of a relationship with a black man. So think about it. I want you right now, sit and think. How many half black, half white people do you know? Think about it. Think about it. Okay, now of those people you know who are half black, half white, how many have a black mother? Think about it. Think about it. Chances are you know one if you know any at all, but you probably don't know any at all. And that's just the way it is. Black women aren't very desired by other races, and there's plenty of reasons for that, but I don't feel like getting 1,000 comments saying I have a small dick just because I don't think black women are desirable, and just because it's a fact that they're not that desirable by other races. How is that a fact? Because there's not very many mixed people who have a black mother and an interracial father. That's just how it is. And this infuriates them. It makes them so angry that oh, black men, they can go out and get a girl of a different race, but why can't I? Why come I can't get a man who's not black? So they throw these racist statements out there that they just ostracize the shit out of men and women who choose to date black people. They hate it. They hate the fact that some white woman out there can go and get herself a black man, and it pisses them off even more that there's white women out there who want a black man, because there's not that many white men out there who want a black woman. Now, who knows why that is? I think that's not a problem of a man to figure out. That's not, as a man, that's not our place to figure out why people aren't liking black women, including black men. That's up to the black women. You've got to look at yourself and think, how come I'm the least desired of all women except to black men? How come only black men really want to date black women? How come other men don't? But the opposite doesn't apply. How come some white, Mexican, or Asian women want to date black guys? Personally, that's because, most guys, we got it going on, We got style, we got swag, and some of them, we got a big dick. And women like that. But there's no pros to dating a black girl. What are you getting? What would be the reason for wanting to date a black girl? I'd prefer not to answer that, and I'd prefer for the black women to answer that. What makes you better than the next girl? Nothing. But nothing makes any of us better than the next person. But black women, you guys don't try hard enough. You're not as good girls as the other girls out there. And if you were, there'd be more half black, half white people who have a black mother instead of a black father. But there's not. There'd be more half black, half Asians with a black mother. But there's not. There'd be more half black, half Mexicans with a black mother. But there's not. And it's just because black women, as a fact, they're undesirable. They're not to everyone, not in every case. There's some very beautiful black women out there. But as a whole, black women aren't as desirable as women of other races to other races. Now, to a lot of black guys, black women, they're the best in the world. They're the sexiest women you could ever get. They're the smartest, the strongest, the most go-getting. They got the biggest tits, the nicest asses, everything. To some black guys, black women are the best there is, and there's no arguing that. Now, I'm not going to disagree. There's some very nice sisters out there. I don't want them. And the fact is, guys who aren't black mostly don't want them. And that's what infuriates them, that they don't have the choice to go outside their race. So they expect us black men to not date outside our race simply because it's harder for them. And it is. It's harder for them. That's what it boils down to. It's harder for a black woman to date outside her race than a black man, and that infuriates them. It brings out the nastiest, most racist stuff you've ever seen from a woman. If you talk about black guys and white girls, you're going to hear some real racist, some real just disgusting stuff come from a woman's mouth about why he got to date a white woman. Is it because this? Is it because that? Is it because he can't blah? Is it because he can't blah? Well, see, that's the thing. It's the attitude. If you'd shut your mouth and listen for once, if black women could shut the fuck up, they could date outside their race. It would be easier for black women to date outside their race. Because the fact of the matter is that women who aren't black are much better at shutting the fuck up. And besides shutting the fuck up, they're better at being a woman. They're girlier. They're more feminine. And for some reason, this is a bad quality to black women. They think it's wrong to be feminine. They call it weak. They think they're getting stepped all over by men if they're not acting like a bitch all the time. That's the thing. A white girl, her black man comes home, she's not gonna bust his balls the second he walks through the door. She's not gonna, fucking ostracize him every chance she gets. She's gonna let him be a man, and she's gonna treat him like he should be treated, like anyone should be treated, because he's treating her nice. Now, a black woman, no matter how nice you treat them, they all want to give you this attitude. They want to put the black man down at every chance they get, and they wonder why 70% of black women are single. They're single because they're picky, and if they're not picky, they're single because they're undesirable. So black women, work on being desirable and quit expecting black men to not date outside their race, because us black men like women of different color. We like their skin color, we like the fact that they don't have a nasty attitude all the time, and we like that their hair is straight and not nappy and that they don't have to wear a weave. Yeah, I said it. We don't like weaves. We like real hair. We want to be able to grab and pull your hair without it coming out in our hands because it's only attached by rubber bands and all kinds of crazy crap that you spent hundreds of dollars on. We want a girl with real hair, and that's what a lot of black girls don't have. And if you have real hair, you hide it under wigs and weaves and extensions and all this crap. You're not a real woman. You're hiding your real hair. Now, I think if some black women, if you actually sat there and worked on your nappy hair, yes, your nappy hair, it's nappy. It's a fact. Your hair is nappy. I'm saying if you worked on your nappy hair and made it look the best you could, we might like it. But you're not trying that. You rather do weaves and wigs, and we don't like that. We want a real woman. We want a woman who doesn't have, well, some guys like fake tits. I don't. But we want a woman with real tits, real eyes, real hair, and just real everything. We don't want weaves. And we don't like attitude. That's the thing. Men do not like attitude. And if you look at those videos, all the videos that should be to the right here, there we go. To the right here, if you look at these videos over here, you'll see so many videos of women talking shit on men for dating outside their race. This is America. We're allowed to date outside our race. Just because you're undesirable to other races doesn't mean black men have to only date black women. Thank you.